Okay, well today we're navigating round, have an inquisitive cat on my lap. What are you doing, me? What are you doing? Say hello to everyone. Sniff, sniff, sniff. So today we're looking at a kit I got quite a while ago. It's been up in the attic. I forgot I had it. I was tidying up the attic and saw this and thought, oh, I remember buying that to make back when Pirates of the Caribbean was still a thing. So this is one of those 3D cardboard or foam board puzzle kits, but they're really just a model kit. They call them puzzles, I think, so they can increase the market sort of area for them. So this one is by Cubic Fun. I think this was from either Wish or AliExpress, somewhere like that. I'm trying to remember what the price was. It was quite cheap. It was on one of their like opening offers, so I think it was below 20 quid. And I thought I was going to be one of those self-printed cardboard kit ones, but it turned up and it's in a big box. It's very heavy, and it does come with LEDs. There's 293 pieces, and it's Queen Anne's Revenge, which was obviously the Black Pearl. So gives you a little bit of history in that of it. So it's opening up. It's got lights. It's got an interior. It's one of those push out, no glue, which means they instantly fall apart kits. Let's see what we get with it. So you get a quite decent box. So we get a book of instructions. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We get a load of plastic cannon. A quite beefy LED set, full-size LEDs as well. Don't know whether they're flashing or meant to look like lamps. You get a 3D puzzle, so that's designed for helping you punch the holes out of things, which is interesting. Don't know why you wouldn't just use a knife blade or something. And then you get a load of, yeah, it's like foam board. Oh my goodness, look at all the parts. So I'm trying to see if we can gauge how big it will be. Probably less than 1/72, because that's the back of the ship. Let me open this up and we'll have a look at the sheets indeed. Okay, so cat's taking a nap. Hello. So got a 1mm thick foam board. So you get the side of the ship. It's quite nicely done. It's very glossy. Different on the other side? Not really. The sails. The sails are, they're very thin, almost plastic card textured. That's good. I'm in that space. I've got the cat on my lap. So you've got some interior detail. That looks like the stand. Lots and lots of the same style of spar, I suppose, to build it up. That's the rat lines. So you've got the figurehead. I'm not seeing anything regarding the interior yet. Lots and lots of parts. It'll be quite a fun one to build. I'll show a little bit of the building, but I'm not going to show it all because it's all made these style kits. Not seen anything interior wise yet, unless it's printed on the back of some of these. That's a folded one. That's unfolds. So that's the size. So it's big. So it is probably about 1/72 scale. Oh yeah, so the interior is printed on the parts, which makes sense. So yeah, so it's going to be a big ship. Okay, I'll put all this stuff away and we'll start making it up. Yeah, I forgot we hadn't looked at the instructions. So very colourful. It's like a sort of thinnish magazine. Let's have a look. Feels like one of those Eagle Moss magazines. So the Black Pearl in Pirates of the Caribbean. So there's the electronics. Building the stand. I mean, they look fairly comprehensive and straightforward. Yeah, interiors you build up. So it's not like a separate little part, it's on the parts that make up the ship. Oh, it shows a person there. Am I going mad? Does that look like a person? I didn't see a person. Unless they're the people. Does look like a person. Power. I'm sure that'll be interesting when I come to it. So lots of steps to this. Sails. They're going to be fun. They're going to be so fragile. Okay, so first job then is making the stand. I suppose that's so you got something to rest the ship on. So let me get the stand parts out and I'll move this away and we'll put that together. Okay, so got the stand parts out. This will give us an idea, I think, of the quality of the holes and the pegs, etc. So, yeah, because sometimes these rip when you pop them out. Not too bad. It's very hard to do with the cat anyway. Okay, so they popped out. Does feel quite fragile. So do we need this pop part? Because what you meant to do is use that to poke it out. That works very well. That's very clever. I take it back. Okay, and then these go in. I suppose it makes a difference which way up. Actually, it does make a difference because you don't want the number showing. Okay, so it does go together quite well. It's going to be interesting on the sails, I think. Okay, let me put the stand together and we'll come back. Okay. So stand went together. It's actually very solid and it's quite well designed, so it doubles up in certain places, cross slots to give it strength. So it's actually a pretty solid stand. You get a little Queen Anne's Revenge. I think this must be the non Pirates of the Caribbean one. It mentions Pirates of the Caribbean a few times in the book, but it doesn't appear to be anything Pirates of the Caribbean on it. So I wonder if there was like two different versions, but yeah, so it went together very well, so that bodes well. So I'm going to carry on building it. I'll show a little bit of progress as we go along, but obviously not been showed building the whole thing because that would be quite boring. But let's see how we get on. Okay, so it's going together. Some staircases, some of the hull goes on, some barrels in there. It goes together really well, clips together nicely. It is a little bit fragile because the paper covering does come away from the foam board very easily, but yeah, just taking it steady. Okay, so finished building it. It took quite a few nights of effort. It's quite fiddly in places, but it went together pretty well. A few of the bits I put on and then had to take off because I'd put them the wrong way round, but other than that, it fit together quite well. Probably if I was doing it again, I would use some glue on bits of it. You see it come out. I've glued all the cannons down because they just wouldn't stay in, and it's massive. It is. So it's about 1/72 scale because there is a little Jack Sparrow in there. It's bigger than my 1/72 scale Revell kit by quite a bit, I think. So perhaps it's about 1/60th, something like that. But it's a big kit for the money. It's just mad. It goes right up. You got a little flag. The lighting went in okay. I'll turn the lighting on in a minute. Actually, let's turn it on now. There's a switch at the back here. which is quite hard to get at. How's it go? Well done. Okay, so turn the lights on so you can see there's some lighting inside, which is quite nicely done. There's some lighting on the deck, various places on the deck. You can see light out there. Let me turn the main light off. I'll have a look. So you can see that's just lit from the internal lighting. So let's say you've got a full interior, and then you can see lights in the cabin, and then there's also lights in the lanterns. Probably about the same level of light you would have had on these ships at night. You can see down into the deck, you see a bit of wire in there. So yeah, the lighting works really well. It's going to be almost impossible to change batteries without destroying the model, so it's a bit of a bad design, but I suppose once you've made this up, how long is it going to last really? Let me turn the light back on. Shall I turn these lights on? Okay, you do get a panel. If you don't want to show the interior, you can pop this panel on and it clips on. Oh, I don't know because it's hard to get on and off. It's very unwieldy. I'll show you the other side. It's basically the same as this, but no hatch. Like I say, you get some nice lamps that seem to work very well. So yeah, I was very pleased with it. See what I mean? It just, if I was making it again, I would, every time I stuck something together, I'd put a blob of Yoo-hoo on it. The sails work well, the rope's not so good, but it's a card model. What do you expect? Not quite as accurate as Mickey's. Yeah, but it's going to go on the shelf. How long it will last, I imagine it will be a bit of a dust collector. But it was great fun to do, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I made it up, because I was going to keep it. And I thought, what am I keeping it for? Might as well enjoy making it. And it will go on the shelf next to the Ravel kit, which is my most watched video. I don't know why it was so much more popular than all my other videos, unless it got sort of shared somewhere. But I think it's approaching sort of 70,000 views, something like that. It's just mad. But hopefully this will be just as successful. And to help that, please like and subscribe if you can. Put a comment down if you like it or just if you hate it. Because all comments, all likes, all subscriptions on a video do help push it. And if you can get that magic recommended, it really does take off. Which I've had a couple of times, but it'd be nice to have it on all of them. But yeah, thanks for watching. We've got a Patreon page if you want to help us out. The link is in the description. But otherwise, I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.